Welcome to Aligned for Success podcast, where we help chiropractors create practices that truly serve their life's vision. I'm your host, Dr. Nikki, and I'm here to show you how to break free from stagnation, grow your practice, and rediscover the joy of why you became a chiropractor to begin with. Whether you're looking to boost your revenue, spend more time with family, or simply enjoy practice life again, you're in the right place. Let's align your path to success. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Aligned for Success. Today, I want to talk to you guys about how to pull yourself out of a slump. And so over the past few weeks, a few weeks ago, we talked about breaking past the plateau. Last week, we talked about what to do when you feel like you're failing. And so I feel like this is kind of the third piece that kind of ties both of those things together. But before I start talking about a little framework of pulling yourself out of a slump, I just want to give you guys an update. First and foremost, I'm recording this at 9 p.m. on the day before I am traveling out of town to go to Kansas City for the Wealthy Practitioner pop-up, and I'm super excited. I had a really unexpectedly busy day, and I genuinely just feel like I've been very busy at my office, which is so great, and then just with my coaching job too. So it's just been a lot of busyness, and I don't like to feel busy because I don't always feel productive. So one of my team members put her notice in last week, and so her last day is this Friday. Another one of my team members had an unexpected death in her family, and so she'll be out of the office. She was out today, and then she'll be out Thursday and Friday while I'm also in Kansas City. But we're going to make it, and everything's going to be great. And I'm just really blessed that we are really busy at the office right now, and that I also have a great team always willing to step up and help out whenever they can. So just wanted to say that. And then last week I went to Boston just literally on a whim because my husband took a new job. And so he's had the same job for the last almost 13 years, and he's leaving to go to a different city to work. And I think it really started to hit him that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to take any time off of work. So I was like, let's just take a last minute trip. So that puts me traveling 4 weeks in a row. So I went to Boston last week, Kansas City tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to Paris with my friend Leslie, and I had planned that back in March, basically right after I came home from Paris. I asked her if she wanted to go. I think it'll be a totally different vibe to go back with a friend. And then the week after that, I'm going to London with Steph. So I'll be going to Europe 2 weeks back to back, and it's going to be so awesome and amazing, and what great opportunities. And again, so blessed to have a team, and especially a team of doctors that can really just help out in my absence. So I really never thought I would be at this point in practice where I could actually do that, travel 4 weeks in a row, work 1 or 2 days a week, and everything not just sustained, but we're in a great period of growth. So now let's get into it. Let's talk about pulling yourself out of a mental slump. And everybody's been there. So we've all had these tough days where you just feel like you're dragging, you're struggling to find motivation, or just wondering why you can't get into a good rhythm. And that's kind of where I feel like I'm at. I just can't get into a good rhythm. It just feels like my wheels are just spinning. So first, let's talk about why slumps even happen. And so sometimes it's burnout. Sometimes it's decision fatigue from carrying too many responsibilities. Sometimes it's just life, unexpected stress, family needs, or your body forcing you to slow down. And I think for me personally, it doesn't feel burnt out. I actually don't feel like I've ever experienced burnout. I am a person who can just freaking go. I don't really need a lot of sleep. I don't need a lot of rest. I can just go. And so I don't think I ever really experienced burnout or decision fatigue. So for me, I think it's just unexpected stuff, things just popping up that I wasn't anticipating, and it's stressful, and it's putting me into a mental funk. So let's do a reframe. And whenever we're in a slump, it's definitely not failure. It's just feedback of your body and your brain saying, hey, something is off and I really want you to pay attention. So once you treat it as feedback instead of beating yourself up, like, why am I like this? Why am I doing this? Why can't I just get it together? Use it instead as a turning point. So step one, I want you guys to do an awareness audit. So the first step is to have awareness. You have to call out what's actually happening. So grab a sheet of paper, draw a line down the middle, and you guys will make two lists. On one side, you're going to write down what is draining me right now. On the other side, you're going to write down what is giving me life. When you see it on paper, you'll start to see patterns and habits start to emerge and pop out. So maybe it's endless meetings, social media scrolling, or just trying to do everything by yourself. Maybe the thing that lights you up are being outside, being with your family, connecting with friends, closing your computer for a whole weekend, or actually doing the work you love instead of getting buried in admin tasks. And so awareness is our first step to change. Number two, so step two is we need to shift our state. Once we're aware, the second step is just shifting out of that state. So because the fastest way to change your mindset is to change your state. That can be physical, like a workout, a walk, or just standing up, stretching, and taking some breathing exercises. Or it can be mental, like a gratitude list, a 5-minute meditation, or knocking out one small task to give yourself a quick win. I love to do that. When I feel like I'm in a slump, I'm like, what's one thing I can just check off this list so that I know that I feel accomplished versus just busy. And so don't wait around for motivation to just magically show up, because it's probably not going to. But action creates momentum, and momentum brings motivation. Step three, you guys need to reconnect to your vision. So by doing that, when we lose sight of where we're going, everything feels heavy and it feels hard. But when you zoom out and remember your why, your energy suddenly starts to come back. It's like, okay, this is why I'm working towards this, and this is how we're going to make that happen. So ask yourself, why did you start? Where are you heading? And my personal favorite, who are you becoming in the process? One of my favorite exercises is to write out your perfect day 1 year from now. And so this is a wealthy practitioner exercise that we have everyone go through. And it's truly just like figuring out what your perfect day looks like. And so the more perfect days we have, the better your life truly gets. But in order to do that, you have to know what that even looks like. So you want to get really specific. What are you wearing? What time do you wake up? What time do you go to bed? Who are you with? What's the weather like? What are you eating? What are you drinking? All of the things. So who are you spending your time with? Who are you serving? Clarity isn't just motivating. It's super grounding. So it helps to bring you back to what you really, really, really want. And then our last step is to simplify and delegate. So when you're in a slump, a long to-do list will only make it worse. So pick 3 things that actually matter this week. Just 3. And let's focus on that. Everything else either gets a not right now or it gets delegated. And so if you're an entrepreneur, this is your permission slip that you don't have to carry it all. Hand something off today, even if it's small. This can be to your spouse, to one of your coworkers, your teammates, anyone that has the ability to help you. Simply ask them if they're capable of helping you. So small tasks will really clear a lot of mental space. And so clearing that mental space is often the exact reset that you need. And so let's just recap that real quick, those 4 steps. Number 1, awareness. So notice what is draining you and what is fueling you. Number 2, shift your state. So move your body, shift your focus, do something that will create momentum. Number 3, reconnect to your vision, get clear on why you started and where you're going. Number 4, simplify and delegate. So we're protecting our energy by keeping the main thing, the main thing. That's one of the most important things we can do, is just keeping the main thing, the main thing. And remember, guys, slumps are never permanent. They're always just phases, and they're also just signals. And sometimes all it takes is one small step forward, one tiny mindset tweak to get us out of this slump and moving in the right direction. And then that can change the entire trajectory of not just your day, not just your week, your month, but also your life. So just taking that one step. Well, guys, if this episode resonated with you, please share with a friend, or just even tell me that you're listening and that you enjoyed this episode. I always love to hear that, and I really appreciate it. And if you guys try one of these reset strategies today, let me know. I love to hear your stories. And just remember, keep going and keep growing. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in to an episode of Aligned for Success. I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to Aligned for Success. If today's episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe and leave a review. This helps other chiropractors find their way to practice freedom too. Remember, true success comes from when your practice aligns with your life's purpose. Until next time, I'm Dr. Nikki Cottis, reminding you that a thriving practice and a fulfilling life go hand in hand. See you next week.